John Hudasack and Assistant Attorney Elliot McClain explained to Raymond Scales that they were going to bring the U.S. Marshals in to hear about the Black Voodoo. He said these people that's going to be receiving these three false motions, these people are uneducated, poor white people that don't know anything about international law, don't know anything about the presidency, can never be a president. The presidents will pardon the case between 2020 and 2025 because Judge Brooks knows that he has to call a Rule 3 in order to not have a hung jury or mistrial. That way, what Jackie Baldwin testified on, that Jeffrey Baldwin put the safe in her house, it could not be determined. Now, that wouldn't have been a good job on the judge's part had he not allowed the government to be able to search out what these three forged motions. Now, he knew the motions was going to be forgery because the indictment was forgery. And John Hudasack said all they're going to do is they use the invisible weapons, striking your nervous system, forcing them out their movements. They're going to murder your mother, birth@wbrowngrace.com, because this is what they believe in: assassination, scalping Indians, raping little kids, passing on diseases from 1750 to 1950. Now, the timeline for the Act 76 was 1550 to 1950, and they know that, so they had to create some type of weapon to spy on celebrities. When you see Michael Jackson laying on the stage in fatigue, they could force fatigue. John Hudasack said they're going to keep shaking your head. He said, now the U.S. Marshals will execute these people. The Black Marines, the presidents, they will write a death warrant with Judge Brooks Smith and the Supreme Court, because the Supreme Court knows that these people are scam artists. They know that just like the people that in the radiation testing from 1940s to 1990 when President Bill Clinton revealed them. Now, the president will reveal them because that's their job. They're the head of the law enforcement in North America. Now, these scientists, the Supreme Court is going to execute them, give them the death warrant and the Third Circuit, because they know that Judge Brooks Smith knows about the International Space Station. He knows about the aviation. He knows about airspace. He knows about they forged the indictment on him in the case 90-01 to defraud Lindell Montgomery. And our uncle Judge George took advantage of his $50 million holy estate plan. He's going to be living in Mexico between 2025 and 2030. Now, the judges, all the judges know that these people have these three false indictments, the three false motions with the false indictment, which they try to bring in three false indictments on Raymond Scales, Jeffrey Baldwin, and Amon Ra. They have no jurisdiction. Raymond Scales set them up. He followed them to the Super 8 hotel when they were in Washington, D.C., traveling to the airport. He would carry fake drugs in the airport. We've already called the Miami police. We already called the New York State police. They all know. Now, these people that's hiding, they say they don't want it to come out because they don't want Dan Marino to recover his $5 million holy estate plan and Dave Pizzulli. So they're going to keep forcing one of their movements on Amon Ra's head until Dave Pizzulli break their jaw for trying to degrade him. If they touch him or Greg Mines or any of the white academic all-American guys from the University of Pittsburgh, they ain't going for it. They can't force some volunteer movements on them because they know they'll come to their house and crack their jaw.